Hi everybody, Shay here. Welcome to my channel. This is my first new video on the new channel, Shay White. If you are here and you're coming over from my old channel, the Shay channel, welcome and thank you for following me over here on my new channel. In case you are new to the channel and have not come over from my old channel, I did start the Shay channel not too long ago, a few months back. And because I am such a boomer and I really don't know much about YouTube when I started, I realized recently that I started the YouTube channel incorrectly in order to try to have some anonymity. Side note, any other videos that you see on this channel prior to this one or just old videos that I have brought over, this is the first video on the new channel. So this is why there is the new channel, the Shay White channel. So welcome and thank you for joining me. My channel is going to be about my life as a recovered drug addict. Not recovering, but a recovered drug addict. I have 22 years of active drug addiction and my clean date is October 10th of 2016. So I have just over 4 years clean as of today. When I started looking for other options for my drug recovery process, all I found in my research at the time were 12-step programs. Everybody was pointing me towards AA and NA. Over my 22 years of active addiction, of course I've been in the rooms. I've even worked all of the steps with the sponsor. And I ultimately got clean not utilizing the 12-step program. It was very difficult for me to do that, especially with the first 3.5 years of my recovery, because society still believes in the 12-step programs and they believe in like the Just Say No program from Nancy Reagan back in the 80s. So during my early years of recovery, when I was in recovery homes and I also went into a halfway home, I was surrounded by 12-step programs. 12-step programs was all that I was able to find. It wasn't until I had about 3.5 years clean that I finally run across the Rational Recovery Program. And that was when I started this channel. Through my last channel, there was a viewer of mine that told me about Rational Recovery and I looked into it and I finally had a program or something that I could say in polite society when those type of situations come up. For example, it was around that time when I was having a regular checkup with my OBGYN. Of course, this was a new OBGYN, so I'm honest with my doctor and let them know about my addiction history. And the question that came back to me was, what program do you do, AA or NA? And I said, neither. I said, I do Rational Recovery. Now, prior to me discovering the Rational Recovery Program, when I was met with those type of questions from doctors, polite society conversations, I never really had an answer to give them. I was just kind of doing my own thing. And according to the 12-step programs, that's working your own program. So when I discovered Rational Recovery, I realized that there was a name to what I was already doing. Once that viewer came back to me and told me about Rational Recovery and I started reading the books and started really learning what the program was about, I was elated that I finally had something that I could say to people, and it was something that I was already doing. Rational Recovery just takes you through your thought processes and your behaviors, and it teaches you to identify them so that you don't lead to addiction. There is a point that people can get in their recovery where they're no longer still recovering. You are a recovered drug addict. Many people have abused drugs and have had addiction issues, did not use 12-step programs, and have completely turned themselves around, turned their whole lives around, and no longer abuse drugs. There are many more people out there than you would ever believe. And the reason why we don't know about them is because of the stigma that addiction has in society. Hence why I started this YouTube channel. I will bring over, I think, a handful more of my older videos, just so if any of my new subscribers wants to see my history on my methadone detox. And I'm also a huge proponent of medical marijuana. I am on a blind detox from methadone. Because it's a blind detox, I go down 2 milligrams a month, but because it's a blind detox, I don't exactly know what milligram I am at the moment, but I would guess it's around 10 milligrams. I also have a medical marijuana card, and this medical marijuana card has completely replaced all other prescriptions that I've ever been on for the fibromyalgia, the osteoarthritis, the endometriosis that I have been diagnosed with. Another reason why I started the channel, so that I can be an advocate to kind of break the stigma. There's 3 stigmas that I'm trying to break, which is why I started this YouTube channel. The 3 stigmas I am trying to break is the stigma against addicts in society, the stigma against methadone maintenance programs, and the stigma against marijuana as a whole. Please like this video, share it with anybody that you think would benefit, and I look forward to seeing everybody in my future videos as we tackle trying to break these stigmas. Also, some exciting news that I have been waiting to share for the past almost 2 weeks with everybody, but some things in my real life needed to come into place before I could. The exciting thing that has happened to me is, with me having 4 years clean and sober, I have worked extremely hard on my career, and I put in like double the amount of effort into it in 2020. With 2020 being the mindfuck that it is with everybody in society right now, I have raised my income $20,000 this year, and that is absolutely amazing news. And that's what happens when you work really hard, you work on yourself, you do the next right thing, and you be the change that you want to see. You know, there's so many things that I would have done differently even 2 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. So this is an amazing journey that I am on. Life is so amazing and so beautiful. I no longer have to turn to drugs anymore just to get by through the day. I no longer am daydreaming about how I can end my life because I just want the misery to end. I am actually enjoying life again, and it is beautiful, and I just want everybody to get on the same train I'm on, because man, I'm telling you, it's great. This is a great high that no drug could ever replace. So please consider subscribing to my channel. I look forward to interacting with you guys. Leave a comment, like, share with anybody else that you think may need some inspiration to get clean and stop the drug abuse, you know? And don't forget to be the change in the world that you want to see, and I will see you in the next video.